皆さん、いい腕前ですね。
Miss Casterus, my lady, you're back.
Hello. We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaia.
My apologies, Miss Casterus.
That's just great. She refuses to even see me. Answer me this, friend.
Who are...
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is busy.
It's fortunate we don't have to confront that woman while I'm hauling around this. That Titan made a myriad of adjustments on their own. My head still aches from that.
Please be careful. Akuma isn't the grove.
Is covered by her golden threads. I know. Don't worry. As I said before, I'll mind my behavior.
Miss, so many unexpected things happened on our journey to the grove. The Black Tide is not just an enemy of Akuma, but all of Amphoreus. Even back when the forces of strife coveted the holy city, Nigador's core flame now sits vacant, and the Black Tide has returned. The trial of strife is imminent. Lady Treeby once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphoreus to repel the Black Tide. But even they have no recollection of this powerful enemy in all their journeys. As for me, I detected a strong stench of death from that entity. Speaking of Thanatos, Miss, there is something else I wish to verify with you. You must have an idea of the curse I bear by now. I was born as the shadow of death. A poison shunned by all living beings. Yet when you caught me in the grove... I'm curious why you weren't affected by my power, Miss. My apologies for the abrupt question. For all my life, I've always wondered, what is my connection to death? Miss, you must be tired after being on the move these past few days. Miss, you must be tired after being on the move these past few days. Please set aside the tragedy at the grove for now, and rest for the day.
My apologies, Miss Casterus. Lady Aglaia has just informed me that she has no time to receive anyone at the moment.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
TRN?
What's wrong? Is there trouble at the grove?
Yes, I sensed something. It was fleeting, but very strong. TRN used the Century Gate again.
Can you see what's actually happening?
No, it's fuzzy like always. But the enemy's aura has disappeared.
Let's hope that it's just a false alarm. We should place our trust in her and Castrus, teacher. They will keep TRîN safe.
Peggy, you're talking like we are little kids. One day, TRîN will reach her limit, and Treeby will take on the role of gatekeeper from her. We are all aware of that. I am just a little concerned. We want to say a proper goodbye at the very least.
I will pray with you.
Thanks. And Aggie? It feels like neither of us have laughed for a long while. It's time to head out with the west wind!
All right.
Here's really hot and heavy. Has it always been like this? Is someone injured? What happened?
Watch out! Watch out! For the Cremnoan!
Cremnoan? This is their doing?
Aggie, now's not the time to dwell on that.
Excuse me! Coming through! Oh, you two are here as well. That's a relief.
Even the Twilight Courtyard is involved? What in the world happened here?
I actually just came to relax. I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill.
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam?
He disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to.
Let these people rest. The two of you, please come with me.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me, it's time.
What's going on?
This is really bad.
Snowy! Even snowy!
The culprit is Mightimos.
Dee, what did you do to everybody?
It's just another duel where I claim.
Duel?
As I expected.
On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finan indulged in.
Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent deliverer finally deigning to step outside? What kind of response is that?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since I pulled you out of the trial.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
In twilight's last gleam, Makima stands dreaming of her fruitful gardens, pilgrims are. Yet little do they know that they will step into flames.
What are you playing at this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the Crown Prince of Kremnos knows how to appreciate poetry, right?
Cremnoans steer clear of such weak literature.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home.
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikis.
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to godhood on my own.
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mightimos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people for millennia?
I'm still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. It's probably not my... An idea does strike me, though.
Go ahead.
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. this time, we'll see who can stay in the super hot bath for longer. What? Are you chickening out?
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the NGUvoilN language. I just find the situation absurd, that's all. All-knowing historian, are you not aware that we NGUvoilNs use boiling water from sword forging for our baths? Looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette today.
And thus, an unprecedented sauna battle commences! With unparalleled resolve, the two warriors' determination even since we can't see what's happening in the competition, why don't I regale you with a tale of kings to pass the time? Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion, long before the dawn of Era Chrysia, for tens of thousands of years? It fixated on its rival's fleeing form in the chase. It set its sights on the other's neck. It was stuck in a corner. It had nowhere to escape. On the land of Amphoreus, some lives meet their end at dusk. And at last, the most scorching moment of the day descended upon them.
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
What? You're chickening out already?
Get lost.
Are you asking me to get lost, or...?
Do whatever.
Oh, please forgive my presumptuousness, my lords.
What a spectacle of folly. What a spectacle of folly.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a NGUvoilN without understanding your own place.
What I'm saying is, your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls alongside you.
We will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
This isn't fair. You are wearing way less than I am.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the baths while dressed in full armor?
Don't look at me like that. It was he who challenged me. There is no word for flee in the NGUvoilN language.
Very well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we? Warriors, it is time to get moving. Alas, the flame chase journey is destined to be a lengthy one, replete with obstacles.
But thanks to those two, all the gloom has vanished into thin air. Oh, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Marmoreal Palace this serene.
Such an empty bath is indeed a rare sight. I was looking forward to unwinding after work.
How about we go to the biggest bath? Strength in numbers!
Let me check. The water temperature feels just perfect.
So, how is the feeling of having the entire bath to yourselves?
It's so good.
But, Lady Treby, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Janus.
Oh,
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change the
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, a long, long time ago, we were a mature adult just like Aggie. Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treeby and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either, but anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle against Nikador,
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't be a smooth ride.
maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Newsporists is the soul. We explore its depletion and methods to restore dispersed souls. We will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an Access student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Lady Treeby, what's wrong?
Something's off. Wait, no. It's not TRIEN, it's TREENN. TREENN is in danger!
I win this round of escorting the bathers home.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the end of you, you know.
Haikas.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena.
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
That was in jest. I understand. After all, you spent all your childhood wandering far from home.
Worry about yourself first, deliverer.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Aedes Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams, and in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes, I saw it all. Aedes Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My family, friends, and my kin, lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun hung in the sky, just like on that day, killed Cyrene. Killed Cyrene. But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried. I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time,
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Mightymouse.
You finally picked up some manners. Better late than never.
Then what about you, Mighty?
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
But to answer your question, I saw Akama in the trial. As well as My old comrades, Hephaestion, Perdiccas, Ionius, Ptolemy, and Pacesta. Ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls, these 5 have been by my side. We faced life and death together during our... The wind in the wilds of Amphoreus smelled like rust. Hephaestion would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these 5.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma. Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Ladon.
Midamos, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months.
Idonia? Is that the city Castorus used to live in?
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death. They cornered us in the bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat. They cut his legs off. He vanished into the mire of a foreign land, his body never to be recovered.
This is perfect. Midamos, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne to the Nether Realm.
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
Midamos, please tell my family. It was not cunning schemes that vanquished Ptolemy, but the immense weight of Amphoreus' entire history.
Then, it was Pacesta. He lured the enemies into the city of Aenionis with his melodies. Our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire.
Midamos, don the crown.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father. He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan, dying on a sick bed. I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
Hephaestion, my dear friend, spare your strength. I'll go get a physician.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here.
No! None can take you away.
Midamos, our king, do not shed tears for me. Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect.
My father threw me into the Sea of Souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland, against the dissent of many, Krateros included. I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akuma. The instant of strife, shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nikedor, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know, but I have never been crowned. And those 5 were never endowed with any titles.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel from more people, such as the Grand Craftsman. And that teacher of yours, Crateros?
We've got a big problem! Big problem!
Lady Treby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save TREN! She got abducted by Crateros!
Crateros! What's going on?
Mighty-Mos. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Aglaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted TREN by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
She telling the truth? Why did you do that?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate. If you want to run away from your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap left by strife. Then they will lead our people home.
Age has blinded you, teacher. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Crateros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the flame-chased journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
Silence! Crateros! Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mighty-Mos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. Crateros, your actions are unforgivable. I hereby sentence you.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal! Someone has to resolve this conflict between the cities. Lord Crateros did not use violence to harm us. We can sense that his anxiety stems from his concern for his people's future. Please, Aglaya, hear us out first.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Crateros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy. We wish to earn your trust, and those of the Kremnoans. I think the...
How are you going to show me something that has no form?
You've heard about that Outlander, right? We will ask for her aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanissopolis.
A fair proposal. I accept.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is my one condition, and I will brook no argument.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's prisoner. Do as you please, demigod.
Teacher, why did you do this?
Forgive me, young master. Ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos.
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are, I refuse.
to believe that you can't see the truth.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos, just as you did back then.
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such heroism from a feeble Acheman. Fulfill your duty as the victor, warrior.
As if you have any honor! Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Mighty Mos. I'm here to finish you, father.
It is you, the beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true.
Defy? You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel. As for you, you already stand at death's door, father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a Titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Hyakis! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you. And now, fate's reckoning is upon you.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown. Coronate yourself with an old king's blood and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of Kremnos.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. There's only one end for the kings of Kremnos. Then all I want is your life. To avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we are both the same. We feast on... Now, kill me! The son of Gorgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
Kratos. He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Grand Craftsman, how have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come.
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. But before that, take this.
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos. Belonged to your mother.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
A long time to fish out it took.
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the Sea of Souls. I owe you one.
Gratitude there is no need for. Questions you bring with you.
Fate I've always denied. It's finally caught up to me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. The Chrysos heirs, the Council of Elders, the Kremnoans. Even the bards who will write it all into song.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you?
Because of my people. Be they men, women, the elderly or children. Children of Strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions and song.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, and decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How I accept that fate and become the totem of strife.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Mama, I had a dream last...
Oh. Now what did you dream about, my darling Trebios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. Then we floated on the ocean and let the wind blow us in any direction it wanted.
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really, really dark. But the ocean wind blew us onto an island where the wind tasted like flowers.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages.
You think so?
What's wrong, Trebios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but then there was a bang and I woke up.
A dark wave.
Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphoreus. We call it the Black Tide, though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, human.
Oh, the Black Tide is a baddie. I don't want everyone to turn into its food.
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well. The divine Giannis will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the...
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden. But Mama, you said the Black Tide can swallow up titans too. What do we do if even Giannis is eaten?
If that happens, then the holy maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path.
Yeah!
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and kind as you.
Mama? Am I dreaming?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming. I've always been by your side.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too. Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Trebios is the smartest girl. I'm sure you remember where everyone is hiding.
The voice sounds so far away. I don't remember.
Your friends, who will chase the Black Tide away alongside you, of course.
Is this from my childhood? Am I used to sit here. Oh, how I wish to see you again. Use the spindle.
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship.
Wow, that's amazing!
Of course you can. But you'll find someone else who's better for the job. I think that person lives in a beautiful temple. There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
Just like Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it.
Let me think. I know! She's Treeby! I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all. Is this a dream or something that happened in the past?
That chest! You can't lock me away!
It's packed full. Mama must have left all of these for me. All the words are blurred out. Huh? Why is this doll inside a chest? It's holding a sword.
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship.
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too and protect everybody!
Silly girl. You're Yanisopoulos' holy maiden.
Alright, then where will they come from?
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where...
In that case, let TRÍEN fight by their side. This way, they'll always stay on course.
How could I have known the name TRÍEN back? Was it just a coincidence? Or...
Learning can change your destiny.
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy and...
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land.
Alright. Even though my brain is already super duper smart, I'll still try my very best.
Circe also favors children who try...
I want to be a teacher too. Oh, wait. I'm super duper smart. So I want to be the teacher's teacher.
Why not? But if you're going to be a teacher...
Then TRÍEN can do it. She's well behaved and would make a great teacher.
Mama and the others always said that I had a great memory. But now, I can't even tell if this is a memory or a dream.
Come, let's line them up. Now, Trebios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
Music box? What's that?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it.
I invented it?
Oh, my lovely Trebi. You're usually so bright. Well, you might as well see for yourself. Put your good friends on it and see the wonders it can do.
Put the dolls on. It's rotating. And I can hear something.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite. It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands. And 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls? O great Kephale, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, with light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
What's going on?
Oh, Yanis, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living and dead, but ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? A spirit, lonely and subdued. Lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Run! Trivios, run! The black tide has arrived!
Where can I go? What's this? Why? Why are there dolls everywhere?
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden. You won't make it to the end. Only one person can.
I know! It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Bid your farewells, Trivios. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. I will never leave you. But remember this, Trivios. All shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will witness the miracle. Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide. I shall see you tomorrow, my dearest Trivios.
Are we still in a dream?
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe.
It's not yet the entry hour.
No. Our heart is still racing.
It must be that reckless Cremnoan soldier who startled TRÍEN, and you as well. If you want, I can pass through his chest with the golden thread right now.
Aggie, cut it out with the scary talk.
It must be that reckless Cremnoan soldier who startled TRÍEN, and you as well. If you want, I can pass through his chest with the golden thread right now. I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I wouldn't have waited until now. Do you want to talk about the dream?
We had a dream about Mama. The dream itself was nothing.
You mean...
It's TRÍEN. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the century, there isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper.
You have a point, Aggie.
I believe there's still another way.
Souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Once we had a whole and connected body. Now we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we can choose how our branches will perish.
Compared with saying farewell to one person,
Watching many fade away before me is even more so.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us.
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
What? Where did that come from?
After all this talking, we are feeling a bit hungry. Do you remember when we first met, Aggie?
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid as ever, teacher. Please, let me do it.
It's fine. Leave it to us.
In that case...
Then, see you tomorrow, Aggie. Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memories are slipping just as expected. Another trip must be made into the abyss of fate. Hopefully DÄURNG will be willing to help us.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
Oh, it's you.
No way. Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here?
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have—
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel fast. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. It's shaped like a twisted half-sun, and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack.
Oh, I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched Aedes Elysiae to the ground.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akama stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any Titan.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond Amphoreus?
It's possible.
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must overcome.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Phainon. No one wants to see you fall by their blade.
His mere presence will endanger the Holy City and the Flame Chase.
You know that I don't believe.
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaya or Trebi. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely seeking enlightenment, I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
What's wrong, TRN?
Nothing. Just remembering what happened in the grove. The monster in the black cloak.
Don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you save everyone with the sentry?
TRN threw it away. Far, far away.
We got back safe from the grove because of you, TRN.
Sorry. TRN feels...
For the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecies past to everyone. But first, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan or an X for help. Also, Remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the lucid hour tomorrow.
Oh, yes! TRÍEN remembers now.
Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before— Saffron? Huh, it's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, and when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her.
I see! It's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone!
But it all depends on whether DÄURNG is willing to help us. After all, it was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from DÄURNG's kin. We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no other way... In our current state, we probably can't do anything to—
Leave it to TRÍEN. TRÍEN knows how to play cute.
In any case, let's look for saffron first. I hope there's still some left in the temple, untouched by Nikador's soldiers. I remember that aged saffron is preserved in sealed jars. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
It's a dead end ahead. Turn back, teacher.
What? Aggie? No, it's an illusion. Wow, this room is huge! TRÍEN, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that a warning from DÄURNG?
What are you two whispering about?
TRÍEN can't even hear our own telecommunication.
Well, never mind. TRÍEN suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar. Ooh, there's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there. Over here! Follow TRÍEN!
TRÍEN, slow down!
Even if separation is our fate, a futile death is not the solution.
Right here! I summon thee, DÄURNG! Stir up ripples of past reverie! Something's appeared!
Wait, we should read it first. Wait, this is a letter? Isn't that name... Never mind that for now. Could it be our lost memories? Is it possible that we were already noticed by DÄURNG and entered their trial? But why haven't they said a word? DÄURNG has the whims of a child. Perhaps they're toying with us on purpose.
Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Separation and death, reconciliation doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Are these visions also fragments of the past?
TRÍEN, look what I found! Is coming! We'll take a look.
But TRÍEN, there's nothing in here.
What? It was right in this dolium.
Huh? There's really nothing here.
That can't be! I swear I saw it! I swear! TRÍEN is telling the truth. It was right there! TRÍEN, why aren't you saying anything?
We were just lost in our thoughts. Don't worry, TRÍEN. What you saw was likely, Yanis' hair.
Okay.
Could DÄURNG be trying to make us falter? Something feels off. What do you mean? It might just be an illusion, but TREN wonders, is LIjourd really putting us through a trial?
Still no luck finding any safari.
I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince LIjourd. At least they didn't toss us out straight away.
Whoa, Treeby, TREN, look at this! So cool! There are so many of us now!
It's really quiet in here. Do all Titans live in dark places like this?
What's going on? LIjourd disappeared?
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the black tide, but is also hunting for core flames everywhere?
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, I'm one of its targets. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't he be headed to Akama soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core flames.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person has 3 targets. The first target is me. The second target is LIjourd, who hasn't yet fallen. But I suspect Akama won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external perceptions.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored?
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As for Aquila, can you fly?
No, I can't.
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if he does grow wings?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
That's a relief. Anyway, since the Flame Reaver has 2 targets, we need to move fast.
With the distances between Akama, the grove, and these potential targets, I believe...
LIjourd! Are you in here?
No response at all.
Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or...
Treeby, we should leave. This temple has other people in it.
What?
Listen, footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way. Come on, we need to hide.
Treeby, TREN, come check this out.
What's this? TREN feels like it's so familiar. am I? Little gray, snowy, and... Wait, where's TRÍEN? Is she back?
We only saw the two of you collapsed on the side of the road when we were...
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady TRÍEN.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's him. We were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Orynyx's core flame.
Then Lady TRÍEN...
She doesn't have much divine power left. We can barely sense anything.
That you're both safe is already a blessing. Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into two groups. One group will stay in the abyss and meet up with Aglaya's... The other group will come with me to pursue the black-robed swordmaster and recover the core flame. I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide. I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battlefield. We should hurry.
Lord Finan! Lady Treby and Lady TRÍEN. I'm glad you're all right.
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation, and Finan. I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you.
I understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest poison. I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City and discuss the strategy with Aglaya.
TRÍEN will stay in the abyss too. That way, both sides can communicate with each other if anything happens.
Thank you, everyone. Partner, Treby, let's go. We're back, Aglaya.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Alchema is currently in grave danger.
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only two titans humankind can still rely on fell in such quick succession. Finan, tell us your plan. Time is of the essence.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flames too?
Yes. Just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap. Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Circe's core flame while we were on our way to the Abyss.
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us losing another core flame?
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at our side. She is the key. We need your other companion, too.
Ma'am. Do you mean me?
I see. Finan, that battlefield you mentioned, is it Castrum Krymnos?
Yes. I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with her companion. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past. Then, we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive. Orynyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power already belongs to Alchema. Once we take back the core flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape. It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength. Can you do it, little one?
Yeah. Mem.
Such enthusiasm. By the way, the Council of Elders declared...
What are they plotting?
That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos heirs have outlived their usefulness and is making preparations for her next step. That ugly side of humanity is something we'll have to deal with eventually. But that's a problem for another day. I've sent Castorus ahead to the Council with a message. Finan, it is my hope that we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go and retrieve the core flame. And in doing so...
Of course. You may count on me to lead the charge.
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but Akima is currently beset by enemies from within and without. The situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you.
I may not be as masterful as TRÍEN when it comes to the Century Gate, but even I can open a nice big gate if I have enough time.
As for whether we can take back the core flame...
Based on what I know of him, he can do it. I'll be honest, we can't. But the Flame Reaver will have to step over my dead body if they wished it.
Of course. Should you feel fatigued after our confrontation with the Flame Reaver, we are grateful to you for your aid. And to the rest of you as well. May carefully sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
You mean Mighty? He's dealing with a different problem. Don't worry, that man would never miss out on this fight.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back.
You and I, we're both the same.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is... turns out to be Castrum Kremnos.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. I'm here to tell you, you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus.
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. They spent their days quarrying and gathering, but Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain. They're safe, but humdrum culture was like fetters around him.
He sounds a lot like you.
Yes, that is why he too faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, the Ladonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, the Ladonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe.
Let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
That's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains. But he didn't give up. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
A solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, let me tell you what Geocles did. He took the Mountain Dweller's store of gemstones and traded them with the Ladonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, for that great fire marked the beginning of Mountain Dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the Holy City.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune. They
were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is undeniably also part of their history. But that is Geocles for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes, and then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I'll be leaving Akuma soon to fight the great darkness of this world, and to shoulder Nikador's destiny. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, and I stand opposed to the flame chase, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot, and the only way to kill me.
You have my word.
Go now. The battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death. But if you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky, and loudly call out the name of the new god.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Not the kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead. No way. A Kremnoan?
Take a look. This is pure genius in action. Converge and awaken. Expand your thinking. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Meaning. Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown. Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about.
I didn't think she'd manage to send the Kremnoans to assist. Brave warrior, what's the situation on the front?
And Ackerman, why are you...
What? Didn't Aglaya tell you?
Aglaya, that vile usurper. I spit on her name. Our king will be back soon. He'll be able to deal with you and that black robe.
The Kremnoans really are just like their king. Rest in peace. May your glory last forever. Did they come to fight on their own accord? Or...
I can still fight.
You must become king.
Infallible. Take a look. This is pure genius in action. Lighting the west wind. Away we go! Open sesame. Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about.
Pierces my ears!
We're almost there.
I can't see.
Once we take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate immediately. The rest will be up to how well we work together.
But remember what Mighty said before? Cast aside all distractions. Let's go, partner. Today, destiny shall stand with us!
Finally!
Pent in the memories of the dead! Executioner!
You sure know how to keep a man waiting. Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed me.
Frail child of humanity, 'tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world.
What's wrong? Never seen. You've just got to expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you. Impressive, almost.
Mim! Me!
Expand your thinking. Equipped it and converge and awaken. Human creations.
It's coming!
Lighting the west wind. Away we go!
All will die. Return to the great tree.
Open sesame. Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a boy. Never seen perfect. Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
It's coming!
Lighting the west wind. Away we go!
Return to the great tree.
Yin and yang.
They're trying to overwhelm us with numbers. Split up, take them out!
Oh, what a spirited display, Deliverer.
Open sesame.
Get ready, Croc. Can't hold out much longer.
Quiet! I know what I'm doing!
Bless
Yin and yang.
Watch closely!
Expand your thinking.
At long last.
Century Gate, open!
How embarrassing.
You didn't come down from the sky?
This city is mine anyway. So why should good and I go through the front door. Minion of the Black Tide, I, King of the NGU¹ Legion, will be your opponent today.
Long time no see, Mikador.
It's colliding the West Wind. Away we go! I see through you. Together as one.
Curiosity is a danger.
Open sesame. Expand your thinking.
Such petty tricks.
A quick divination.
Leads to self-destruction. I am but sending a dynasty to its end.
Oh God! That was a good opener to the ceremony! We honor the fallen gods with this fight to the death!
Open sesame.
It's time to end this.
Heed my call! I am the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs! Witness this. New God has come to Castrum Kronos.
Look! The warriors have returned!
But are the rumors true? Has Ornyx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders said. We face a...
They really gave the core flame of strife to a NGUÄN at the end.
What a noisy crowd.
This, doesn't feel right.
It's probably because Ornyx is gone. Ornyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people.
What they don't know is of its own volition. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Ornyx's core flame.
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find someplace to rest first? Matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up. Just try to stay on your best behavior.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. Don't worry, I don't want trouble either.
Professor Anaxa can be a bit unrestrained.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Ornyx's core flame. So I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
It somehow feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few days. you've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby.
Yes. She has found TRÍEN. She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. They also found someone else besides TRÍEN. He was no better than a corpse when TRÍEN and HYOCEN arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height, all to free TRÍEN's body from the clutches of the black-robed swordmaster.
What a brave soul. Do we know who he is?
Yes, it's Krateros.
Stop! If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is will not survive more than a single strike from me.
Better to die in battle than return even in glory. As a Cremnoan, I know not the fear of death.
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest in an empty shell. But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for her?
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this. A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Pity. And crumble like rusted iron.
Good! Supreme glory shall be mine, as I indulge in the libations and incense offered by my descendants. Come, let us fight! For Kremnos! For my king! For Amphoreus!
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady TRÍEN lost. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll? I don't understand.
Don't be sad, HYOCEN. TRÍEN has used up her borrowed time from Yanis. That's her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
If a world like that truly exists, does that mean everyone from the Grove is there too?
It exists, HYOCEN. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly, and would never bear to lead us astray with lies. What about the Cremnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last. I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akima for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
The parting hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us. You've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph. truly a moment worthy of celebration.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nikedor's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years. I do not see a Naxa around. Was this under your instructions, Finan?
Yes. It just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him. I do concur with your assessment of efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity. Our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end. But this unforeseen turn of events has...
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, but the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
Finan, Castrus, Mighty, and Hyacinth. Trebi and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity, the elite among the Chrysos heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation, but yet we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah. How about letting her give it a try? Mem special mem.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned, but this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel, and my blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have merged with it. I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed. You've realized the aspirations of every former king of Kremnos. And now, you can at last bring our people home and reforge the glory of Kremnos.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
What? What do you mean by that?
Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nikedor's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest. Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon like ants. The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition, Mere anthills that could be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
You! Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
That pride holds little significance, Kratos. Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
No! No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Do not do this, Mighty-Mos. I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty-Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo, do hereby proclaim the Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you a new beginning.
What is this?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship. And I now imbue it with a fresh significance. Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mighty-Mos, now ascended to divinity. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eyes. A cruel fate awaits Amphoreus. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, it crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable foes. Yet, you shall tread the only path out. One that leads to a brand new world at its end.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness, but humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded her.
The one who persuaded Aglaya to set me free that night. Was that you, Mighty-Mos?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession.
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the Flame Chase journey.
And what is next, Mighty-Mos? Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong. To fulfill my promise. The madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has consumed Amphoreus. It's now my turn to fight against it. There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
And what is next, Mighty-Mos? Where will you be headed now?
You're here, Mighty-Mos. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Akima through yet another trying ordeal, and my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. You are ready to dedicate all that you have.
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you.
And what is it?
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly, to seek your guidance. They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, Idamos, you have risen as the most powerful demigod in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound power?
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion, and become the strongest bulwark for Amphoreus to defend against the Black Tide. I will secure enough time for the Flame Chase journey, until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
Idamos, a new chapter awaits Amphoreus. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever. You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of their life.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers. So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, Idamos?
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis...
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate. Farewell, mighty.
Outlanders? No. Trailblazers. I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos. If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting. I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for Amphoreus. That means a lot to me. May success accompany your trailblazing wherever it leads. How about you let me guess what's on your mind? Are you drafting a sentimental farewell speech? Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphoreus. With this departure, I fear that I will never again return. You have my gratitude. Then, farewell. Yes? Sure, let's do it. Feels peculiar, I suppose. I'm not talking about your photographic skills. It's just that I rarely take photos. But this one, it's pretty good. I wish the same for you during your time in Amphoreus.
The prince is here! Run! Hold on! Lord Idamos isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of Amphoreus!
What's going on?
The King of Kremnos, without the signet ring, but looking more like a king now.
No longer the king, Grand Craftsman.
Matters not the title. Surpassed all former kings your achievements have.
I will honor your trust and liberate the world from the clutches of fear. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Phainon, Cartonis. I have a feeling that his fate but way heavier than all of ours combined.
Keep Vainon in mind, I will. Return to your home, brave king. Together with everyone, I shall remain here. That thunder from Castrum Kremnos.
We salute the Guardian of Amphoreus!
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mighty!
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death. You have my gratitude.
I can take that as a compliment, right?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently.
That's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of strife. And one day, it will also reach the sky.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mighty. Right. You are here looking for Lady Trebi and Lady TREN, no? They're not around at the moment.
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaya. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
You've bid farewell?
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I will never again return to Akuma.
Oh.
On second thought...
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone who dares oppose Akuma.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty.
Lord Mighty.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do.
Can you feel Thanatos, right?
I don't feel them at all. You have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long.
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way back.
I would never do that, Lord Mighty. Death is not a game.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have
So, are you returning home alone, Lord Mighty?
Returning home, you say? Maybe. At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Castorus. Go and do what you have to do, so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
We salute the Guardian of Amphoreus!
We salute you.
We dedicate our lives to following you.
Farewell.
It's been a while, Guardian.
I should have known you were the mastermind behind.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
I admit, That took me by surprise.
Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you.
Oh, that's quite an honor. We better not leave them waiting too long, don't you think?
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here is long. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory. I think I see more than just the Kremnoans here.
King of Kremnos.
You're now the guardian of Amphoreus, after all.
We salute you.
You're our hope. Farewell, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name. How about the god of solidarity or preservation? DŌNG mentioned that one to me. All right, it's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might... Why so quiet? I thought divinity would wash away some of your sentiment.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem?
You know what? You sound just like a Glai at this moment. But you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind reading.
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions? Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Mightimos.
No need to thank me. This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster. Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, but scars remain. This should not be effaced. Even with the divine might of Ornyx, you cannot stop the past from leaving its marks in our blind spots. Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out.
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know. Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
I will keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnoan warriors in my absence. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akama.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that many words.
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary, but if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library. I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily. May triumph always be yours, Mightimos.
Oh, right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well... who knows?
Get up, my son. Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it, Midamos?
Why must we learn to fight?
It is for glory and honor, my son.
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
What makes you say so?
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
You're right, Midamos. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the Sea of Souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow. I no longer put my faith in any oath or doctrine. That of your mother, Midamos. Your guardian.
That dream always ends there. The journey back to Castrum Kremnos is proving to be longer than Krateros said that shortly after my fall into the sea. My mother challenged my father to a duel. Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight. But now, I think I finally come to understand. And now, I too am left with but one role. It is time for this journey to reach its end.
Look! Midamos is back!
Glory belongs to you!
We've got fresh pomegranate juice. Want to try some?
Welcome back!
We meet again, Your Highness.
Welcome back!
How was your training?
Ooh, say, come and check
You're
out what
looking
I
well.
just wrote. Midamos! Did you just come back from training? May Nikador defend you! It's
I'm
been
gonna
a
beat
while.
you at the festival.
Welcome home, Midamos. Have you found some...
The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood! The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood!
I'm home.
We smell sunlight and the wind of Akama. This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, TRÍEN?
Lady TRÍEN, why did it have to end up like this?
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just that ours isn't as tumultuous as it is for ordinary folks. When we started our journey, Yanis had already provided their prophecy. Just like how that Titan divided themselves to create the countless passages in the world, it's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny.
If you don't mind, Tríbi, are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past regarding the prophecy?
What do you seek to learn, Snowy?
Mightymost has left the city to face his own fate. That is, the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path as him. So, what I want to know is, as Amphoreus' first demigod, what compelled you to take the first step on this journey? And what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body and the numerous departures you have endured.
All right.
Teacher, are you sure about this?
Dee is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the Abyss of Fate and see how it used to be. Then we will leave it to you. TRÍEN, would you mind?
Tríbi, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with TRÍEN for a bit longer.
I see. We'll be off then. Take care.
Since you have made your decision, then let's proceed as you wish. See you later, teacher.
Cass, are you not going with them?
No. I'd prefer to remain here to accompany Lady TRÍEN. She hated being alone.
What's this?
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally. Though fate had other plans.
Oh. So you saw us arguing that day?
Yes. I figured Lady TRÍEN would like it a lot, so I bought it.
I see. Cass. You know, I recognized it immediately that day. It truly is an authentic piece from Yanisopolis.
Then why?
It's just that TRÍEN had forgotten far more things than I. She forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate according to the traditions of our homeland.
I'm sorry, Lady Tríbi. Should I?
No need to apologize, Cass. At that time, I simply didn't want her to be trapped by our past. But now... it might just be the perfect gift for TRÍEN.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. While you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they remain fresh and inexperienced. Teacher, Don't let the weight of that cruel prophecy crush their spines.
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them to ignorantly fall before the gates of the new world. They will eventually need to know the truth. This, to me, feels like the right opportunity.
So, this is how the Temple of the Three Fates looked back in the day.
At this point, Ianisopolis still resides under Aquila's protection.
Is it because Amphoreus has entered Era Bellica?
Yes. Strife remains distant from this part of Amphoreus right now.
Then, where are you at this time?
Right over there.
Why does she look somewhat different?
It's because we don't quite recall how we used to look.
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing. It's time to witness our last conversation with Orynyx. You're here, Orynyx. This is our memory, so your senses are also aligned with the Trebios of that moment. False prophecy, huh? So you still think that way? But the Black Tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber. Those chosen by fate would never have their family taken. And how can I alone remain safe and secure? This might be our last conversation, Orynyx. I will do everything I can to protect you from the Black Tide.
The family.
It's our mother. She fell from the spot into the valley a long time ago. It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Yanis's guidance, but things took an unexpected turn. It was Kefali who responded instead.
Did something go wrong with the ceremony?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact on that frosty night with treachery abound. As the Holy Maiden of Ianisopolis met her demise, let's keep up with her. This story...
That thing ahead.
It's the altar of Talantin. But that's not our destination. We're heading to the left.
This place used to be passable.
No match for me.
I never thought there would be such a hidden space in the abyss. Is this Yanis's maze that TRîN used for divination in the past?
Not only that, it also serves as a lock.
This is the largest puzzle I've ever laid eyes on.
Just follow the designated path and let the stone ball fall into the pool twice.
Seems pretty straightforward. Even Mighty might be able to complete it in a single try. That's not talking smack. It's clearly a compliment. Mighty. If he were still here, we'd probably take a lot fewer detours. Enough with the talking. Let's just get started.
Impressive. You too have the makings of a high priest now.
Getting that stone ball to the endpoint looks pretty tough. My hands are shaking just from looking at it. The secret door is open.
Go inside, and you'll see the place where we grew up.
You grew up in a place like this?
By the time we were born, the role of the Holy Maiden had already diminished to a mere title. Those in tune with the Titan's guidance are bound to become messengers for others to maintain appearances. Those in authority added some embellishments.
Even so, I still find it hard to imagine.
20 years can go by in no time.
TREN, for most people, 20 years is a long period of time.
Right. Becoming a demigod sure changes how one lives through time. It's hard to believe it's been so long. Your power is exceptional, little Gray. This place looks exactly as before. Let's explore the room a bit.
There's a blackboard here. What's that drawing on it?
That doesn't ring a bell. It should be something we invented during those 10 years. It has been approximately 10 years between Kefali's prophecy and this moment when we were raised in this temple complex and had never stepped outside the gate of infinity. Sadly, the invention served no purpose except to deliver.
There's so many boxes here.
These should be our belongings. What's this?
A red glass fragment?
We were still very young the first time we saw it. Mother came back with a beautiful glass piece. It looked so sparkly that we couldn't resist playing with it. It wasn't until we were older that we learned in Yanisopolis. If someone gloriously died for destiny, on the day Mother returned with the glass, her friend lost his life on the battlefield. Later, on the eve of the ritual, Mother... Let's move on to the bedroom.
It's Trebio's.
Just as expected. It's time to get going after all. Mama, are you going to that ritual tomorrow?
That's right, my sweet girl.
I wish I could go too. I have something to ask Yanis.
Oh. What do you want to ask?
I want to know how to chase the black tide away.
Ah, I see. If you want me to consult the Titan on your behalf, you'll have to promise me something.
What is it?
Be a good girl and go to sleep now. And whatever you dream of, don't be afraid. Just sleep through the night.
That's it? Of course I can! But why, Mom?
Because this ritual might take a long time.
How long?
Tomorrow, my sweet child. I'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next tomorrow. That means the ritual has succeeded. But I'll be waiting for you there. It's the end of the West Wind, the black tide's other shore. A radiant sea of flowers, blessed and protected by the gods. In the rosy horizon, you'll see...
Wow, that sounds just like the island from my dream. Oh, I know. I'll turn the moon into a ship and the stars into sails to go find Mama. Pinky promise?
Pinky promise. As long as you sail toward tomorrow, our wishes will come true together.
If the final murmurs of the Titan are true, if such a place really exists on the shore beyond the black tide, then our promise still stands. Please, wait for me, Mother.
After those 10 years of darkness, when Aquila opened their eyes for the last time, we finally set off.
Where did she go?
This way. Now, we'll go through this shelf.
But how? With Yanis's power?
No, we hadn't acquired their power back then.
So, this obstacle, it was simply a mirage?
Yes, the answer is right on the shelf. Go ahead and give it a try.
It's a secret passage.
It was a secret passage prepared by the Holy Maiden's supporters for Mother and me as a precaution. And now, it is turned into our passage to escape. just as anticipated.
The temple was in quite a state.
No surprise at all. While others were willing to clear the way for the Holy Maiden.
I can't move it. I can't climb over it either. Time Titan? Is that... Someone will help me. Someone will help me. Someone will help me.
Here's a thumbs up for you!
Just like this. Regardless of our actions, we don't remember the details. It's closer to the answer within...
The passage is now cleared. Ornix. Thank you, nameless god.
Whoa! It looked truly magnificent back...
Relax. Take it easy.
All these people.
Mostly, but it might not be the case later on.
Hey, little ones. How did you sneak in here?
Please keep it down.
Okay.
I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple. I couldn't stop her, so I had to think of a way.
Oh, really? I was here to meet the Holy Maiden as well.
Huh? What a bummer.
It's getting late. Be good and go home now, okay?
Okay then. We'll come back next time. By the way they are dressed, The siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Stealing from the temple was punishable by death. But that poor girl had no family and just wanted something to eat. Perhaps these two children are the descendants of that girl from back then.
Ah, Lady Maiden. Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer.
No need to trouble yourself. I'm just going for a quick walk.
All right, but it's been a while since I last saw you. Oh, here, have some of my sweet pastries. She used to enjoy them, so maybe you'll like them too. What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
I'm fine. This lady is Mother's old friend. We've always remembered the familiar taste. This lady is Mother's old friend.
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Janus vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Janus guide your path.
The Janus vault?
It's where Janus's heart lies and the core flame is kept. It's also the place where Trebios was born.
Trebios. What does that name actually mean?
The one with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude. Looking at how things have unfolded, fate might have had a role in it.
Take a look. This is pure genius in action. Guiding the west wind, away we go! Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Go, go, go! Converge and awaken. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown. Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about.
Finally, the Janus vault is right ahead. At long last. I knew there was some sanity left in you, Janus. No, Janus. I've come here to take on your fate. By the blood of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand, I am Trebios, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of the prophecy. I
the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis, the Walker of the Infinite Paths, have come forth to assume your duty. Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one, with 1,000 selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely. No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world. I understand, Yanis. Thank you. Now, may you rest well. Mother, did you see that? I have assumed my duty and stand ready to set out. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphoreus' pitch-dark fog. May the world follow the myriad paths trodden and reunite at the end of the West Wind. Mother, I shall see you tomorrow.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender at once!
I knew this would come.
It's opening up! Move aside and get ready!
The Holy Maiden?
What's happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame? Look at what she's holding, you buffoon! She is the thief! Take your positions and ready your arms! We're taking back the core flame!
Bring it on! Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly. Pierce me in the chest.
What are you scheming?
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion, and I'm right here, you all know who I am. Go ahead. However, if there's still any loyalty within you, step aside for the Holy Maiden. Otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's Codex, anyone who dares to harm the Holy Maiden shall face execution!
Captain, what should we do? Do it. Kill her! If any of you want to get rich, then come with me. Take this traitor's head and wealth will be ours!
We can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's move, partner.
Converge and awaken!
Mimi! Mimi!
Expand your thinking.
Underestimating us? Mimi!
Open sesame.
Mimi, Mimi! It's coming! Ready, set! Fighting the west wind, away we go!
How's that possible? Could the Titan actually be on her side?
That woman is the traitor!
I should go.
Let's keep up.
The path is opening up for me. Oh, Yanis, protect me.
Infallible.
The main path is likely well guarded. What do I do?
The traitor's over there!
Just as I thought. Inside!
Infallible.
There are guards here too. Don't alert them. Long last.
Infallible.
A creature of the Holy City guards. But I'm already so close.
This should be the last fight. We have to help her get through.
But I don't get it. This is who has been aiding Trebios in her escape. While history might be blurred by memories, if she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Trebios had been on her own since she entered, but what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end of this memory.
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now. Let's do this, everyone!
No matter. All things in this world have their human creations.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
Mimi! Mimi!
Never seen open sesame.
I see through you. Together as one. Underestimating us will cost you. Is it coming? Fighting the west wind. Away we go! Mimi!
I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Finally. Beyond this gate. awaits a boundless world. This is where my journey begins. God of passages, can you see me? I will complete the path that you started. No response after all. Yanis, may you have a good dream. I can't stay here much longer. It's time.
Well, looks like this is the end of the memory.
Not yet. The question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame-chased journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own, would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and...
I think the answer is already within you. And you've made your own decision.
What? You can hear us?
Not really. She can neither see nor hear us. Yet she knew that one day, someone would return to unveil this dust-covered memory. We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward. It's a letter written by Trebios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory, it is Trebios of the future who overcomes all difficulties for her.
Yes, you'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon. Here, you have traveled far on your way home. Such is the maxim that unveils Trebios' fate. You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither on the soil of foreign lands. So, if you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep this memory here for you.
Worry not. The loss is something we've grown used to. Our resolve and our pledge are what Trebios will never forget. Each one of us has never failed to remember. Losses are a constant on the flame-chased journey. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain, like my mother and I.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit.
Surmount the myriad passages of Yanis, and we will once again
ride the west wind and let the wings carry us far away.
So, this is your answer.
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets. Now, with or without the gods' blessing, I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness,
we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
Lady Trebi, do you still think that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what TRÍEN would say as well.
With all due respect, Lady Trebi, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world.
Prophecy?
Listen, in every corner of this land, it may be that only a few heroes will bring tomorrow to the new world. But the prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow belongs to all in Amphoreus.
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How can such words be called a prophecy?
Because people believe it will come true, and they are trying hard to hold on to that belief. Even as the world teeters on the brink of collapse, and that is why a holy maiden exists to lead the world toward tomorrow, and why Yanisopoulos' prophecy unfolds as passages. Fate is not about the outcome, but the journey. It's not the flowers that bloom at the end, but rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread toward the sea of flowers. So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow. There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved by our future selves. Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think. Then set off at daybreak. The hesitant part of us will be left behind in the dark, while the determined side of us, because that's how Tribios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy. Beckoning the morning sun, and the tomorrow it promises to bring. We will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphoreus' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shoal, that end of the journey, that new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, TREN. See you tomorrow!
Child of humanity, surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akama.
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned Reason Titan to behave like this.
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to act this way. If you were more accommodating, you wouldn't be opposing me all the time.
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it. Cut the sarcasm and just say what you need to say.
Fine, fine. There's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon, I will have to take over this body.
If I'm not worried, why should you be? I know what you're planning. You just want my help answering the question. What exactly are we?
It's good that you remember. Thus, equivalent exchange.
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed, and you'll have to return my body shortly.
Is that true?
Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting my body back, but I didn't expect the answer to be right within it.
That's certainly worth celebrating.
Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
The girl who's walking with death, is she fully prepared?
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okima, I must ask you to slow your pace.
I forgot about you. My apologies.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from a cheeky child. Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. What else can you use to stand against the Council?
Do you two mind if I cut in?
I warned you. Do not interrupt me.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold corpse.
And so, this long day passed. Some people arrived, and some left forever. We have long been prepared. No one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so sudden and so momentous. Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky, could not escape the Reaper's 2 hands. It was far heavier than life, just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertip, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. Now, dear Lord,